Hello, everyone. I pray that you are enjoying this week's um, reading from our Torah portion. It has been wonderful, right? Yes, I know. I'm learning so much. It is just so good. But anyway, today we're going to talk about what Pharaoh heard, because it's important what people hear. You know, when we are wronged by someone, it is natural to tell others about it. We want to tell others about how it happened to garner their sympathy and support. And somehow it makes us feel better to know that others are aware of the injustice committed against us. And we seek out sympathy and commit a small act of retaliation. You know, gossip is all too easy, but Joseph took a higher road. Joseph took the path of discipleship. So let's talk about this for a moment, because it's very important for us to understand that when we gossip about other people, it is a form of retaliation. And we shouldn't retaliate because the Bible says that vengeance is God's and he will repay. So we don't have to take the matters into our own hand. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't talk with, someone about what you're going through. But when we talk about things to get back at other people, to make them look bad to others and just really defame their character, it is just really, really not good. And as believers, we are to take the higher road. And I just want to talk about this account in Genesis chapter 45, verse 16. And it says, now when the news was heard in Pharaoh's house that Joseph's brothers had come, it pleased Pharaoh and his servants. You see, Pharaoh was delighted when he heard that Joseph's brothers had come to Egypt. He immediately made provisions to bring the entire family to Egypt so they could survive the famine in safety and comfort. He provided wagons for the move. He promised them the best land of Egypt. Pharaoh's warm welcome of Joseph's brother reveals an important detail about Joseph's time in Egypt. Apparently, the entire time Joseph had been in Egypt, he had never told anyone the story of what his brothers did to him. Pharaoh, at least, had never heard the tale of how Joseph's brothers abducted him and sold him. Had he known the story of the villainous deeds, he would not have extended the warm welcome that he did. Joseph loved his brothers and his family so much that he could not bear the thought of having them defamed. He did not want Egyptians saying to one another, did you hear about that nasty thing that Joseph's low-life brothers did to him? Joseph kept the entire episode to himself. The only thing he ever said about his past was the vague explanation, I was in fact kidnapped from the land of the Hebrews. And you find that in Genesis chapter 40, verse 15. You see, his love for his brothers compelled him to protect their reputation. And instead of emulating Joseph, who was concerned about protecting the dignity of his loved ones, it seems we, a lot of times, do just the opposite. Like take, for instance, a husband and a wife. Let me give you this example. A husband and a wife are eating at a restaurant when the husband drops his cup, spilling his beverage on the table. The wife gets embarrassed and she rolls her eyes and says to the stranger sitting at the next table, he is such a klutz. Let me give you another illustration. A man is out with his friends when they begin discussing the foils of marriage. And all in good fun, the man complains to the guys about his wife's bad habits. Everyone laughs. Why would we sell out the people we love like this? The wife shows more concern for the opinion of a stranger in a restaurant than she does for the dignity of her husband. And the husband has higher regard for a few laughs from his buddies than he does for the reputation of his wife. A woman was having a hard time at a Messianic synagogue she attended in the southern United States. She was involved in a heated conflict with some other members, and this went on for some time. Frustrated with her congregation, she told her unbelieving friend about the problem she was having. Eventually, the leadership arbitrated the situation. She made peace with the people, and sometime later, she invited her unbelieving friend to attend a service. Her friend said, "Are you crazy? After the way you talked about those people and that place, I wouldn't step foot in there." You see, Joseph never told the Egyptians about the incident with his brothers because it was none of their business. And by maintaining discretion, he was protecting the name and reputation of God in Egypt. Had he told his sad story to everyone, the Egyptians would have had cause to say, if that's how the followers of God behave, I want nothing to do with him or your religion. So you see, gossip is all too easy, but we are to take the high road like Joseph did, which is the path of discipleship. Wow, that is so good. Well, Pharaoh only heard good things about Joseph's brothers, and that's why he received them well. When we say bad things about other people, when we talk about, when we retaliate against other people and not use discretion and wisdom in sharing information, people are not going to receive those people. It defames their character. So we have to be careful. We have to be careful. Well, I pray this blessed you. And whatever you do, don't forget to pray for the peace of Jerusalem. And I'll see you this time next year in Jerusalem. Bye-bye.